Hey guys, welcome to Frame Chasers. We just had another stream. It was awesome. I'm just gonna re-upload it. Engaging with the community is actually proving so sick. Like, it's a lot of fun. It was just like dicking around with voltage curves, talking to people. It's a lot of fun. I'm not gonna do a recap for this one because it was more fiddling with the 3090 in general and getting some benchmark numbers. I'll have another video with all my benchmark suite done, so I'm not gonna recap this one. Like a quick recap would be over 950 millivolts hits power limit on the For the Win 3. It's not really worth going above 2 gigahertz while ray tracing and DLSSing, and I think that's pretty much it for what we discovered. Oh, and it's actually, the 3090 is actually a beast at 1080p gaming. Like, it's a monster. Way better than we thought it was. Because the power limit is so high, you can lock it at 1.1 volts and crank the clock speed up and not have it hit the power limit in 1080p. It's awesome. But if you're playing 4K, still hits that power limit. So enjoy the video if you like this kind of stuff. People really liked the last one that I uploaded. We had great conversations again about philosophy and all that stuff. So enjoy the content, you guys. I'll talk to you later.
If there's anything you guys want me to try out, now's the time to ask while I have this thing going here. But the 3090 seems to be pretty damn impressive for gaming. It's deceiving. So like all of the I'm just doing voltage scaling right now. So I'm trying to find what's the maximum frequency that we can go at 4K. Give me a fucking break, dude. Warzone is the biggest sack of shit game. I need something else to test this with. Let's try 1825. All right, 1830. We're at 1830 now. Play. I'm trying to see what the maximum frequency is at 800 millivolts, and then we're gonna do a time spy run of all these voltages. But the deceiving thing about the 3090 is the power limit is so low on it, like not low, it's still 450 watts, that when you run a time spy or a fire strike in it, it only shows like a 10% improvement because it loads it up way too much. You actually get a more percentage improvement in games. Okay, I gotta close Afterburner. Show. I think 1800 is the max that we're gonna be able to go on this. I can't remember what I had it at let's try this. Let's try Time Spy. I can't remember what I had it at on the 3080. I gotta bring up that chart. See if I have it. Graphs. CPU graphs. No, I do not have it. Damn it. I must have deleted it. Oh well, not a big deal. In games, no. In synthetic benchmarks, yes, because I was playing around with it a little bit last night, and let me read the question now. So, because I'm gonna re-upload this on YouTube after, but so what are we at here? Hang on, sorry, 800 millivolts, 1850. Let's see if this runs. Time Spy Extreme. So the question was, do you think we'll get more FPS undervolting it? In gaming, probably not. You'd be better off overvolt. Also depends what card you have, because I think the Founders Edition goes to... What does the Founders Edition go to? 400 watts? So if you're limited to 400 watts, you're gonna want to voltage lock your card like right where it starts to hit like 380 watts. You know what I mean? Thank you. Yeah, and I had to just restart the stupid app. How did you order a Strix? Dude, I've been looking for restricts everywhere. I cannot find that shit. Yes, I know. A dude in our Discord messaged me saying that he has access to a review sample Strix. It didn't even launch. A review sample Strix 480 watt BIOS, and some dude flashed it on some Eno 3D triple 8-pin card, and it worked fine apparently. So I might try that. The new NV flash just got updated today, I believe, so you can actually back up your BIOSes now and flash other ones on. So now it's like testing time, right? It's time. Yes. Okay. No, oh, you're in the UK. Okay. I had a dude on launch day on the 3080, the 17th. I ordered from OCUK 3080 Gaming X Trio, and I just canceled the order like 2 days ago because they came out with that post that said delayed until God knows when. Like, it's like the MSI ones, even if you got it on launch day, it's delayed to like mid-November or some shit. Canceled it. Can't be bothered. I don't care. I don't care that much. I was gonna scalp it or raffle it off in the Discord, but I don't care. But oh, it crashed. Wow, this thing does not undervolt very well. I definitely got... I'm gonna check this right now. So I'm expecting... I hope I can get 2.1 gigahertz in gaming. And I gotta do a Port Royal benchmark for someone in the Discord. I can't remember who. JP was asking for it. Where's that video where I had the... Here. Hang on. I gotta look what I had on the 3080. Right here. So the 3080, 800 millivolts. Yeah, see, my 3080 overclocks or undervolts better. Huh. That's interesting. The 3090s are supposed to have better silicon. Let's try 1775. Huh, okay. 1785. Let's try that. What's the temperature at? Yeah, no problems. Weird. Okay, well, whatever. Let's try again. Dude, I'm getting a Strix too. Sup, Bachika Wawa. Yeah, so what I was saying was when Tech Power Up gets their BIOS repository going, I'm pretty sure you should be able to flash this Strix BIOS on any 3 8-pin card. Hopefully, don't quote me on that shit, but that'll probably be the best one until the Kingpins one comes out. 2 boosted Silverado. Is that Will, is that you? I had a buddy back in the car days that was boosted Silverado, and we used to hang out all the time. Oh, weird. That's such a coincidence. I used to drag race cars all the time, and I had a buddy that was obsessed with his Silverado. Oh, okay. Yeah, welcome. Yeah, so when Tech Power Up gets the repository going, then we'll be able to flash our BIOSes, right? Oh, it crashed. Dude, this thing sucks. I wonder if it's the RAM speed. Let me check my temperatures here. So I'll show you guys too, actually. ICX. No, see, temperatures are all dandy up in here. Okay. This is not undervolting well at all. Let's try 1760. Huh. I wonder if it's crashing from something else. Let me close the Blizzard app. Stranger things have happened. Huh. I did not. I didn't look at the chart. All I saw was 20% better than a 10900K. I gotta remember to read them out for the camera. So he's Bisca. Oh my god. We'll call you Bisco. we'll just go with Bisco. Bisco is asking, have you seen the last 5800X Ashes leak? Yeah, so I saw that it was 20% faster at 4K. But they were using a 2080 in that one, I believe. And I don't know how the hell that game benchmarks. Yeah, he had about 1,000 horsepower in his Silverado too. He had I can't remember if it had a twin turbo in it or not. I don't remember. That was a long time ago. Holy shit. Apparently, I heard that Asus was binning their Strix cards, and that's why it's taking so long. That's just a rumor, though. I don't know if that's actually legit or not, but that's what I heard. So that could be why they're all clocking so damn high, right? They did say it. Oh, it crashed again. Okay, so this thing's a complete turd. Let's go 7. Okay, if it crashes at 1700, then something else is crashing this. Because there is no way in hell. Yeah, temperatures are all fine. Everything's at 40 degrees. Huh, interesting. That's interesting. I don't see why the 5800X wouldn't beat a 9900K in gaming. Because it's like, instead of having 2 quad cores now, you have 1 8-core. So if that 8-core clocks to 5 gigahertz, let's just say it clocks to 4.5 on all cores. 4.5 with a 30% IPC increase. What the hell is that? Uh, 4500 times 1.3. So that's the equivalent of a 5.85 gigahertz 9900K. So yeah, it makes perfect sense why it would beat it. The only thing that I can see where it might end up being a tie, because if, let's say, you have a game like Counter-Strike or Overwatch or something, and most of the game can fit in the cache on the chip, yeah, it'll win for sure, 100%. If you have a game like maybe Grand Theft Auto or something really CPU heavy with like something that has to constantly go to RAM to fetch assets, I would assume the Intel chip would win, just because the Ryzen still has the IO die layer. So like, it is what it is, right? Just blaming the caps. I thought the driver should have fixed it. So this is working now. This is terrible scaling. Dude, the whole cap thing, like, it's like, don't get me started on the fucking cap thing, dude. Jesus, it's literally like, you can literally like, it's like, even if Zotac put the 6 SP caps on there, just lower it by 10 megahertz. Actually, today I got, I ordered, I can go show you guys. I ordered 100 multi-layer ceramic caps, and I ordered 20 or 30 SP caps. I'm gonna take my 3080 later, and I'm gonna double up on all the caps, and they're higher capacitance too. So the ones on the 3080 are 220 microfarad, and I bought 470 microfarad ones. So I'm gonna double up on all the caps on the card and just see if it clocks higher. And I might get like 20 megahertz, like, big fucking deal. Like, holy shit, people, the whole cap thing, like, oh my god, like, I just wanna, I'm literally just gonna do it just to show how insignificant this whole thing was. Like, oh my god. Whatever. Humans will be humans, man. Well, we finished the benchmark. So that is why they're taking so long then. They're binning the Strix, which is fine, I guess. So we got, what is the score here? And the clock speed. Max clock speed was 1725. That sucks. I'm almost in disbelief. What was the power draw here? Board power draw. So at 800 millivolts, it was still drawing up to 320 watts in TSE. That's why all the reviews for the 3090 are so close to the 3080, because it draws way too much damn power. Like the actual, like the DSM count increase is being put to work here, right? So 800 millivolts, we got clock speed of 1725 megahertz. We got board power draw 320 watts. And we got a TSE score of 10094. Let me just save this. Desktop. 3090 scaling, call it. Save. Okay, let's go to 850 millivolts here. Sick. Screwdriver is capping too much megahertz. Oh, new driver. I don't know why I read screwdriver. I heard that the new driver does lower it by 20 to 30 megahertz, which we knew that was gonna happen. Like we knew that was gonna happen. Like that's not surprising. What did you expect them to do? Not you, I mean like humans in general. 850. Let's try 1850 megahertz. 1860 megahertz. So like all these whiners are whining about all these capacitor problems. Oh, dude, they actually... Have you noticed that all the AIBs now are delaying shipments? It's so easy to do yourself, dude. The 2080 Ti, I mean, you can pay me to shunt mod it for you if you want to, but the amount of money that you would spend shipping it to me and return shipping it and then paying me, you're literally wasting way too much money for the value of what the card is now. So if the card was $1,200 when it first came out, then the investment might be worth it. But now that cards are $600, why would you pay $100 to get that? That makes no sense, right? No, so what it... Yeah, exactly. Games like Battle Royale games would probably still prefer Intel because it doesn't have an IO die. If AMD ever comes out with a monolithic 8-core, that would be some like the laptop chips. Like the laptop chips game better than the desktop ones because they don't have an IO die on them, right? Oh, we crashed. The whiners, yeah, so what essentially happened with the entire whining capacitor thing there, so it was really close. I'm gonna go 1845. So what was happening was like they had, I heard, or Moore's Law is Dead said that there was less than 20,000 units globally from the 3080s, right? So then, okay, let's say that's true. I think it would have been more than that, but let's just say 20 grand, whatever, for the entire planet. And let's say there was 10 million people trying to buy, 20,000 people got them. There's 9,980,000 people salty and upset now, right? So one guy posts, hey, my card's crashing, and then everyone's like, yeah, mine seems to be crashing too. Mine's crashing too. Mine's crashing. Oh, it snowballs a little bit. And then And then, so do you guys remember what happened with the 2080 Ti, where it was like all the people that didn't or couldn't buy 2080 Ti's, or like as soon as the second after Jensen got off of his like camera, all the memes started flooding about how 2080 Ti buyers are stupid, right? Your card's obsolete now, blah blah blah. I hope you had fun wasting all your money. I hope like trash can, like just a lot of salt, like so much salt. So it's the same thing. So all the people that couldn't buy a 2080 Ti made themselves feel better by shitting on the 2080 Ti buyers. So now that the capacitor thing happened, the people that couldn't get 3080s are jealous and salty, so they make memes and shit on 3080 buyers, right? And then now all the vendors and AIBs are like, oh, I guess we should retool our capacitors now. Now everyone has to wait 2 more months. Like, yeah, no kidding. So I guess they got their wish. Like, see, they didn't get their wish though. Like, if all those people were complaining about 3080 buyers, right? And they were salty, so they're making fun of them, and then now they got their own ability to purchase a 3080 delayed by a month or 2. Like, they screwed themselves over, but they're not gonna see it that way, right? It's so silly. It's like the dumbest shit ever. Let me see here. No, I swear to God, the people that actually had their cards weren't even that mad about the crashing. Like, I guarantee it, dude. Like it's like you know how we're gonna get into some deep shit here. You know how if you have a gay friend and you're hanging out with them and you're hanging out with other people, and then let's say that person makes a comment like, oh, that's so gay, right? And then the person that isn't gay defends the person that is. So the gay guy's like, I don't care, say the words, like, doesn't offend me. But the guy that isn't gay gets offended for the person that is gay. So it's the same thing with the capacitor shit. The people that actually have the damn cards are just like, I'll just underclock it by 10 megahertz. But all the people that didn't get cards are fucking blowing everything up because they're just like, oh, that shit has to work if I'm gonna buy one, blah, 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 blah. It's what do you even call that? It's like, outrage culture. That's what it is. That's what it's called. It crashed. Wow. What is it? 1845. It couldn't do it. So the whole, I guess, outrage culture is starting to leak into our scene now. Like, I literally haven't seen, like, if you go to my YouTube comments and shit, not one person that actually has a 3080 bitched in my comments. Like, not one dude. They were just like, oh, good fix. Thanks, man. Like they're salty. They got their cards. It's ridiculous. So stupid. God, people are so dumb. And the thing is, they don't know they're dumb, though. That's the... They think they're doing the world a service by complaining. That's the... Anyway. I got an email for Z490 Dark out today. Oh, you're going with the Dark, eh? I'm happier about the 3080 stock. I was gonna wait for the Dark. When I was building my thing, I ended up just getting an Apex because I was like, I'm not gonna, I don't know, I have no idea why the Z490 Dark took so long to get out. I would have gotten it though, but because I don't really like Asus motherboards, to be honest. I've had a lot of Asus motherboards just not fail. There was always some weird ass issue out of the box. Like, I've had like, just in the last like year, I've had 4 Asus motherboards do like weird shit. Like if I populate all 4 slots of the RAM sticks, I get instability. And then I RMA it, and then I get another one, and it works fine. I had another one, the Maximus 12 Hero or whatever, populate all 4 slots, can't overclock past 4,000 RAM speed. I have a video about that one. And then I just, Asus boards? I don't know, man. I feel like they're cheaping out on their boards. I don't know. But the Apex works fine, though. This thing works amazing. I can't complain about this thing. I would have gotten the Dark if the Dark was available. The amount of people that tried to tell me that the 3090 will bottleneck me at 1440p. Yeah, that's the other thing. You don't have to defend yourself for your purchases, dude. You can literally, like, if somebody's like, why did you, you gotta remember, every conversation with another human is always some sort of projection, right? Always. So if they're like, why'd you buy a 3090? They're looking, like, if they bought a 3080, they're looking for a reason to reaffirm their purchase. They don't give a shit about your 3090. All you have to say is, because I wanted one. That's it. Like, why'd you buy a 3090? Because I wanted one. Oh, well, isn't it this, and this, and this, and this? Well, I just wanted it, man. Just seems cool to me. Like, that's literally it, dude. Just, I wanted one and it looked cool. The box, just say the box looked cool. Just be so stupid. Dude, don't argue. Just, dude, don't even engage that topic. It's just hilarious. It makes them even more mad when you just aloof it up. Yeah, that too. If you are an early adopter, you take a risk. Like in that video that I posted, there hasn't been a single launch in the last, like, 10 years that wasn't buggy as shit. Like, it is what it is. Like, that doubles down in the gaming industry and the hardware industry. So the days of buying a fully finished product are over. It's just over. And I don't know why. It's easier to explain in the gaming scene because, again, we did it to ourselves with pre-orders, where if they release Anthem and they have 100 million pre-orders, whatever the number was, I don't know what like, they have no incentive to finish the game before releasing it because they already got their money. When you go to a mechanic, you don't prepay. If you prepay the mechanic, your car will sit there for 2 weeks unfinished. It's just the way life is. Like, if somebody gets their form of payment before the service has been rendered, you're gonna be waiting God knows how long. That's just the way it is. Oh wait, hang on. So what are we doing here? 1830 megahertz. 1830 megahertz. What wattage were we at here? Give me a sec, guys. So 50 millivolts, and we were at 370 was the peak, looks like. 371, yeah, 370, wow. TSC, and we got 500 points. Not that good of a scaler right now. But I might have a really shitty chip. It's possible. Or, I don't know, I'll know more when I get my Strix, but this seems kind of low to me, I'm not sure. But again, with the whole early adopter thing, if you're buying day one silicon as well, it's not going to be the best silicon because it's a brand new refinement, a brand new node, right? Let's try 900 millivolts here. Same with the Zen chips, same with the 9900Ks, they got better over time. The KSs came out, it's just the way it is, right? 900 millivolts. Oh, this is 950, oops, my bad. 900 millivolts, give me a sec, guys. So we got 1830, let's try 1900. What did I get on my 3080 here? Let me see this. We got So yeah, at 900 millivolts. Yeah, but look at the score difference. I got... The 3080 is definitely going to be better at 1080p gaming. This is exactly what I was talking about. Look how high the clock speeds were. Oh, this is my 2080 Ti. Never mind, I'm an idiot. Jesus. Obviously the 2080 Ti scales better. Okay. So 900 millivolts, 1900. So this is actually the same. I'm an idiot. I was looking at the wrong chart. So 850 millivolts. So the 3080 actually got 70 more megahertz. I'm looking at the wrong one again. 50 more megahertz. 900 millivolts. 900. Let's try 1900. 1905. We'll try for the same. Okay, let's try this. Back to questions. Sorry. I was looking at the wrong thing there. There wouldn't be a bottleneck at 1440p, dude. I'll run Warzone after. There's no bottleneck. Even then, even if there is a bottleneck, who gives a shit? Just crank your resolution slider until it starts to frame dip and leave it. That way you just get better visuals and you get the same FPS. You can always alleviate your bottleneck by just cranking the resolution up. Even if you have a 1080p monitor, you can just crank it up. Or use NVIDIA DSR or whatever it was. Yes, I will do 1080p benchmarks. You got, oh, sorry, I have Facebook messages. One sec. Yes, Kyle, Asus boards are I've had 4 defects. Sorry, I was paying attention to Twitch chat. I'm multi-streaming right now, guys. Hang on, give me a second. Yeah, I don't know. Asus boards... That's why I try to avoid Asus products as much as I can. I don't know how they got that big building such shitty shit. Hi, kitty. Want to say hi, kitty? Yes, the EVGA XE3 does not have a backplate. They changed that in the Super Series, the 2000 Super Series. The blacks used to have backplates, and then the Supers came out. Black plates are gone now for all the blacks. Would you recommend upgrading to the Ultra version for the backplate? That's a good question, my friend. For a 3080, it's an extra 50 pounds, 50 pounds. You don't need the Ultra version. It doesn't matter. I never pay for the OC versions. They're not binned any better. If you ever read that the OC versions were binned better, they're not. Unless the manufacturer specifically tells you the OC version is binned better, all it is just an extra 30 megahertz on the boost clock and the table. That's all it is. Don't pay for that shit. The backplate for 50 pounds. I don't know. What do you guys think? 50 pounds for a backplate? Crashed. That was better though. 50 pounds for a backplate. If it was a 3090, I guess there isn't a 3090 Black Edition, is there? Because you need a backplate for that one. I wouldn't pay 50 pounds for a backplate, man. The EVGA ones are a little flimsy for my liking. And it wouldn't change your performance at all. I would save the 50 pounds. You could put that 50 pounds towards an AIO or something for it, which would be much more beneficial than a backplate would be. Or you get a water block and that comes with the backplate, right? There's a lot more you can do with 50 pounds than buy a stupid backplate. Let me try this. Hang on a second. 1905. Let's go 1890. Well, 1890. This should work. Yeah, I agree with Newman. Just say $50. It's pounds too. That's the thing. If it was dollars, maybe I would. But pounds, dude, 50 pounds is like $80. Like that's a lot of cash. That's too much money to spend on a backplate. $80, like 50 pounds? Nah, man. So yeah, I am gonna have 1080p benchmarks. Before the 3000 series launched, before my YouTube channel blew up, all the benchmarks that I did were in 1080p max settings. Because I was benchmarking RX 570s, 1650 Supers, 2060, like I was benching all those cards. So I still have all those numbers in my grand chart of the GPU hierarchy. So I'm gonna keep going with that. So I'm gonna do all those 1080p benchmarks anyway with all this. And I'm going to add a new 4K section starting from the 2080 Ti and up. So I'll have all my old results for all those old cards, and then I'll add everything new, and then I'll have a 4K section to see. So we'll have 1080p scaling, and we'll have 4K scaling. But I can't go back and do like an RX 570 with 4K. That's pointless. It doesn't matter. Yeah, exactly. The Asus has good boxes, man. That's what it is. That Asus RGB logo. The ROG tax is real, dude. I'm going to use my 3090 for 1080p multiplayer games. Yeah, me too, man. 100%. That's literally all I do. I don't. I looked up 1440p 240 hertz monitors, and there are none in 25 inches. So that's already a deal breaker for me. 100%. I need. My esports have to be on 25 inch, man. That is like I'm here and like, look how close my hand is to the camera. That's the distance from me to the screen. So if I got a 27 inch, yeah, none of that shit. If I had a 27 inch, that would have to be like another 2 feet away. And then like I'd be like gaming like this. Like, no, 27 inches is completely unnecessary. But, crashed again. Holy crap. It won't even do 1900. No, I'll show you a trick, Rage Burns. You give me a second. I will show you a trick, my friend. Actually, I'll show you right now. Just in case you have to go soon. Okay, let me just save my results here. So let's revert this back to stock. And I think you guys will be able to see the difference. This is why you need a 3090, my friend. Watch this. Watch this. Move this up to like 80, something like that. I'm gonna close Afterburner so it doesn't actually crash. Hang on a second. Oh my god. Afterburner is cancer when it comes to Warzone. Okay, watch this. So I have a 280 hertz monitor, right? 1080p, the VG259QM or whatever. Okay, check this out. Wait. Oh god. Warzone, just practice mode, whatever. Actually, hang on. I'm gonna go full screen, 1080p, max settings. This is why 1080p with a 3090 still makes sense. Please don't crash. It must be because Precision X1's open. This game is so shit. Can you even get 24-inch 1440p? I don't think you can, man. 144 hertz, maybe? I haven't seen any 240 hertz ones at 27-inch. Okay, check this out. Well, I'll get to you in a sec, Chamber Tech. 1 sec. I just want to show Rage Burn this. This is key. So this is 1080p right now. I might have to actually go windowed mode so it doesn't crash on me. Full screen borderless. Please don't crash. Oh, thank God. Okay. Where do you live, Chamber Tech? Do you have to get up in the morning? That's the problem. I have a day job, so I have to start this at 6 p.m. my time. I'm losing out on, like, God knows how many of... That's why I'm just re-uploading these to YouTube after. For all the people that can't make it. Australia and shit. Refresh rate 144, whatever. Okay, watch this. Let me just get out of the plane. NC? What's NC? I literally don't know what state that is. Clearly, I didn't pass geography. Jesus. Just ignore that. Oh, Jesus. Okay, watch this. Range burns. This is 1080p. Alright. Look at the mountains. You see how the mountains are fuzzy? It's 1080p. I have 260 FPS. It's bouncing up and down because of the windowed mode. Now 4K. Okay, that's a little too much. Let's go 1600p. Look at the mountains. Can you see that on your screen? I can literally see a pin drop from over there, and I'm still getting 200 FPS. Does that make sense? So I'm still on a 1080p screen. Look at that guy. Did you see that guy? I can literally see him. This is a 1080p screen, right? This is why you still buy 3090s with 1080p. That's why. I would not have been able to see that guy at 1080p render resolution. Not a chance. Anyway. I was doing it with full screen mode earlier, and I was getting like 260 FPS. With a voltage lock at 1.1. Oh dude, it's 3090 is the way to go at 1080p with esports. Trust me. With the, let's get back to this here. Anyone that tells you it's a waste of time don't know what the hell they're talking about. They don't play games, man. They don't know how to use the hardware that they have to take an advantage over other players. That's what we're here for. Okay. Let me go back to Afterburner here. Yeah, if you render resolution upscale, the game still renders 4K like a mountain away, right? That's why it still has value. You can still see farther away. It's the same thing if you take like a satellite photo at 2 million megapixels. The satellite can literally see the zit on your face. Like, it's insane. It's the same thing with these. It's the exact same concept, I want to say. Okay, where were we here? 900 millivolts. It was crashing at 1890. So let's go. I'm still gonna get to your question, Chamber Tech. Give me a sec. 1875. 1875. Also, the scores would be higher if I had Afterburner closed, because Afterburner sucks like 500 points by itself for some reason. I don't know why. But, oh, I gotta scroll up. Give me one sec. Getting a new build. 10900K, 3080. Yeah, again, 360 hertz. I was actually going to get a 360 hertz as well, but Warzone is the hardest game to run or render, and with a 3090 with a 10900K, I can't get more than like 300 FPS. Big Navi might be better for that, I don't know, but 1080p, I can't get more than 300 FPS in this game engine, I suppose, so I'm gonna stick with my 280 hertz. It's way cheaper. They use the same panel too, the VG259QM, this one, it cost me $300? Like, it's sick. And like the 360 hertz ones are like $700. So I'm not gonna pay double the price for 80 hertz, which I might not get in Warzone. And then Overwatch also has a 300 FPS cap as well. So both of my favorite games are at 300 FPS. So anyway, if I was playing Counter-Strike or Valorant competitively, sure, but I hate those games. I don't hate Counter-Strike, but I hate Valorant. Let me see here. Oh, if you're getting a 10900K as well, I'll give you a sneak peek of one of my videos. I'm going to be trying and putting NVMe RAID card in the second slot to get 7 gigabytes a second of bandwidth, and then I'm going to try and PCI Express overclock the 3090 to get my bandwidth back. No one's done that, and I don't know if it'll work, but I just got my parts today for that. That'll probably come in next week's video. But the idea is, if you don't have PCI Express 4.0, can you still relieve the bottleneck a little bit with PCI Express overclocking on Z490, right? But if Ryzen 5000 series is faster anyway, then who gives a shit? Just get that. Do you know if you can get rid of the clown paint? I don't know what the status is for the clown paint just yet. At first they said they were gonna come out with brackets to slip over top, and then I think they went back on that, and then I think now they're just gonna give you a new card, I believe. I don't know. I'm gonna do a video on that too. I'm gonna use Plastidip. I have a whole bunch of cans of Plastidip from my car days, and as long as you mask everything off properly, you do like 6 coats of it, and then if you ever want an RMA or card, you can just peel the Plastidip off and get your clown paint again. I'll do a guide on that as well. Oh, here we go. So we got like no points. Hang on a second. You don't... Are you buying the 3090 for benchmarking or gaming? If you are gaming, this one has more than enough power limit. Yeah, I locked this thing at 1.1 volt last night in Warzone, and it didn't go above like 400 watts. So, and that's Warzone. So, if you're playing any kind of esport title, or like if you're just sitting at 4K, For the Win 3 or Strix has more than enough power limit, dude. You don't need a Kingpin. Don't spend the money on a Kingpin. Kingpin is if you need to bench, like liquid nitrogen. That's what that card's for. Upscale, yep, upscale gives you the advantage in games. Explain that one. They upped Overwatch to 400? Oh. Well then. Kinda wish you didn't tell me that, because I love Overwatch. Damn it. I don't want to spend money on that on that 360 hertz. Damn it. Okay, hang on a second. 900 millivolts. Do I not have GPU-Z open? Oh, here we go. So max clock was 1890 megahertz. I'll have to do percentages after. And power draw, 430 was the peak. I don't think we can go any higher than 900 millivolts. It's the same as the 3080, I think. 430 watts. Times by extreme. Score of 10,874. Let's try 950. I'm pretty sure it'll just hit the power limit though. I will show you guys a trick. If you are benching and you wanna, I'll show you a trick right now actually. So we know that if we're doing 430 watts at 900 millivolts, you know that 950 millivolts is gonna hit a power limit and it's gonna drop the clocks, right? But you can do, let me show you this. What did my 3080 get to here? One sec. 3080, 950 millivolts, 1950 megahertz. Let's go with that. So you take your mouse cursor here, go to 950 millivolts, move the entire slider up to where you want it. So we're gonna go 1950, press the check mark. 1935, 1950, Yeah, so, and then what you do is you take everything above the voltage that you want and drag it down all the way up to 1.1. And the reason you do this is because it will still be voltage, not limited, it'll be voltage maxed at 950. It takes a while, but this is the best way to get gaming performance. And, okay, so what will happen is 950 millivolts will be the max that you can go, but if it does happen to hit a little bit of a power limit, it won't drop down to whatever the hell it was, like, it won't drop down to like 1700, it'll drop down to like 1935 instead. That's that. So if you're hitting a power limit, you do it this way. If you're not doing a power limit, you do it the other way, right, to lock it. So you won't be able to see it, but I'll show you after. So let's try this. 1950 benchmark. You should be able to see the dips in GPU-Z after. Hang on, let me read this. You went from PS2 graphics to 1500p. Yep, definitely did. It's because I would still preference frame rate over graphics, 100%. But now that I can have my cake and eat it too, though, I can have frame rate and FPS. There we go. I get told constantly that I'm bottlenecking. Ignore it. Just be like, oh. There's you know what the best emoji is? If somebody texts you and they're like, bro, why'd you buy that? Because it's gonna bottleneck you. There's literally nothing anybody can say to that. I use that shit all the time. And you just keep doing it. If they're just like, dude, why? Hang on, this did not work. So 1950 did not work. So now we move the slider down. Give me 1 second. 950 megahertz. We'll do some gaming scaling after I'm done this. 1950. Let's go 1920, 1930. 1930. Okay, let's try this. Yeah, I'll show you some gaming scaling after this, after I'm done these tests. This will probably be the last one because I'm assuming power limit will get hit anyway. So any results after this one will be meaningless. Let's go. Come on. This is the only problem doing it this way because it takes forever. There's no, and you can't just like select all either. It sucks. Okay. Let's try this again here. 1930. Yeah, Overwatch does 400. If Overwatch 2 does 400 hertz, I might have to get that 360 hertz. When Overwatch 2 comes out, I'm dropping everything for that game. I'm going full competitive mode. I love Overwatch to death. It's such a good game. And it's so weird that nobody plays it too much anymore. Well, I understand. It's like the most toxic game on the planet. You have one guy that picks Zen or some shit and he throws the fucking match and he wastes like 20 minutes of your time. It's a shit show. But once the competitive scene, like XQC and those guys all come back to Overwatch 2, that's my time to actually get into competitive gaming. 2 PC streaming is really nice if you can afford it. Just to not have an FPS drop. Although if you do have a 3090, that's a great idea for a video. I'm actually gonna write that down right now. That is a fantastic idea for a video. The reason I went with a 2 PC stream in the first place was literally Warzone. 2 PC stream. That's a fantastic video idea. The reason I went with a 2 PC stream, first I did single PC stream, and then my frames would get hit by like 40% or some shit like that using NVENC, right? And then I used a 2 PC stream using OBS NDI to send the data over the network to my other PC. That worked pretty well, but I was still losing about 20 FPS just having OBS open on this computer. Which was still better. That's probably the cheapest. OBS NDI is probably the best bang for buck way to do it. And then once I got a capture card, that was it. I can literally do whatever the hell I want on this computer. That computer does all the rendering. I lose 0 FPS. It's fantastic. I love having 2 PC. But maybe the 3090 has so much headroom now that you won't take an FPS hit if you're playing at like 1080p and you use the single P. Maybe it's possible. Great test. Count me in to watch it. Which test? Shit. I lost track of what we were talking about. So this crashed. It's really close though. What are we at here? Did it hit the power limits? I believe it did. Yeah, you see how it's fluctuating? But it's not fluctuating down to like 1700. It's fluctuating to like 1900. So that's okay, right? 1935. Let's go one more down. 1935. That's still not bad though, actually. 1925. 1920. Let's try this. All right. All right. Move all these down for the next 10 minutes. Come on. Come on. How long have I been streaming for now? I don't want to take too long. Where's my timer? 1 hour 15? Okay. So we'll do another like 20 minutes and try and wrap this up. Because as soon as you go over a certain time limit on YouTube, people get cranky as shit. But when I get my data, I want to answer some more questions and then do some gaming demonstrations, and then we should be good. 19... It went to 35! Okay, whatever. I'm putting 1925. Alright. 1920. Let's try again. Yeah, nothing wrong with having the best, man. 100%. I'm the same way. People are like, why'd you buy a 10900K over Ryzen? It's faster. Yeah, but the value, it's faster. That's it. It doesn't matter. It literally doesn't have PCI Express, it's still faster. It doesn't matter. If Ryzen 5000 comes out and it actually is faster, okay, if it's faster in the games that I play, like Warzone and Overwatch, I'll get it. If it's faster in AAA games, for some reason, like The Witcher or something, then and Intel is still faster in esports, I'll keep the Intel. Whatever's faster in esports is for me right now. Because AAA, you're gonna get 120 hertz regardless for the TV anyway, right? But in terms of esports, whatever the hell is faster, I don't give a shit. Which brings the interesting point of, what if the 6900 XT Navi video card is faster in good night, dude. That's my sister. Sup, Catnips. I got a special. Oh no, that's my
You got
wife,
a tight
sorry.
little man
I thought it
pussy
said,
on you, don't you?
What's my sister? My sister has a very similar username. I think it's just Cat. Catnips is the wifey, the queen, kitty. Friends, say hello to Catnips. She's at home at her mom's house right now. What were you saying here? Yeah, good night, boosted. Good night, chamber, and it crashed. Yeah, I'm using X264 usually. I had to change it for this one. She is the best wife ever. Plays Warzone better than I do. She plays like 16 hours a day. Competitive as shit. We got 5th place in a Warzone tournament together. It was really fun. And then I got sick and tired of Warzone and never played again. 950. So we crashed at... I'm gonna go 1890. That seems really low. Hang on a second. We were at 1890 at 9. That makes no sense. How can there be no more scaling? Huh. It might just need more power limit. This might be crashing because it's bouncing off of Oh, you're saying goodnight to Chamber Tech. I was reading it from the bottom up. That's why I got confused. This might be crashing now because it's bouncing off the power limit, which is interesting. 1890. Okay, this is literally the exact same as what we just had with 900. This is garbage. It didn't scale at all. That can't be right. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna try locking it. That cannot be right. 1900. Okay. Cannot be right. What's the benefit to locking 1.1 volt for gaming? You can just maintain a higher clock. If you lock it to 1. I'll do that right before we finish the stream, but if you lock it to 1.1 volt in a game that doesn't hit your power limit, then you can lock it at a frequency that's as high as it can possibly go. So in Warzone, for example, if I lock it at 1.1 volt, I can get 2100 megahertz out of this thing, which means better 1080p performance. You don't you don't need those cores in 1080p. You need clock speed. So if 1080p doesn't burn as much power, then crank the voltage as high as you can and clock it as high as you can, because you're not gonna hit the power limit regardless. So it's actually beneficial to have two profiles, like a 1080p profile and a 4K like AAA profile. So your 1080p afterburner profile, you lock that shit. Hey, thanks Juvenile, appreciate it, dude. Thanks for joining us today. We're gonna do about maybe 20 more minutes, but yeah, I'm gonna upload this one as well if you missed a lot of it. We had a great convo in this one again, but shit, where was I? Yeah, 1.1 volts. So if you have profile 1 as your 1080p profile in Afterburner locked to 1.1 volt, 2.15 gigahertz or whatever, that will give you the most FPS in your esport games because it's locked that high, right? You're not going to hit the power limit. If you use that profile in a 4K game, that's going to be bouncing all over the place. You're going to have a terrible experience, right? So then you use your undervolt 900 millivolts. You make that your profile 2. You use that one for 4K gaming. We didn't have to do that before this generation. This generation scales 4K. I can already tell my megahertz went down to 1800. This is a useless test. Okay, we're going to call it. We're going to be done the undervolting testing here. But this generation gets so power hungry in 4K that you can't use the same profiles anymore as we used to do. That's the problem. So whatever, I mean, you'll have all those whiners that are like, I should be able to use my card out of the box. Well then, okay bro, you're gonna lose your game. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna get 30 more FPS than you, and I'm gonna see you before you see me. I don't care. Be that way. People are weird. Just spend the time. You should enjoy tweaking your stuff. It's fun. Doing this is fun. Like, this is literally like the best shit ever. And the fact that I get to do this on stream with people is even better. So like, I'm gonna like, so this is my wife's 3090. all this time that we just spent dialing this shit in, when I put this in her computer, I make her profiles. All she has to do is hit number 1, number 2, and she has her gaming setup. Exactly. He who has more frames wins the game. That's like an NVIDIA saying. Okay, so we actually did get a higher score here, but not by much. 1905. So it is stable in 1905. Okay, we're gonna do one more. We are going to do... Oh shit, I screwed that up. 1905. Okay, we're gonna move this up to 1905. Why isn't it there? Oh wait, sorry, we're clicking the wrong one. 1920. So maybe it moved on me. 1900. 1890. Why does it keep moving, yo? Come on, stop doing that shit. Okay, here. What about now? 1905. Okay, now reduce, and this should yield us a better score. I know JP in the JC in the Discord got like 10,000 in time spy. Oh, I gotta do a Port Royal for him as well, actually, before we close off. He wanted me to do one for him. Come on, hurry, hurry, hurry. Okay, check. This is why it's crashing. Why is 1.1 volt higher than 950? What's it doing? What is this? Huh. Something's going on here. For some reason, Afterburner is keeping 1.1 volt higher than 950. Why is it doing that? This hasn't happened before. Huh, interesting. It keeps popping it back. Huh. Let me try, well, that's interesting. Let me try doing it manually then. Let me try moving this one down first. Oh no, that wouldn't work either. Wait. Okay, hang on. Weird, this must be a bug. This must be a bug with Ampere. Because Turing doesn't go to 1.1, it goes to 193. Okay. 1095, let's move this one down first, and then check mark it. Okay, that worked. Okay. Okay. Let's try this many, check. Okay, still so far so good. Okay. Come on, I believe in you. Come on. Maybe it was just a bug that one time. Come on, 1950. Check. Oh, what happened there? Oh, plus 123. What is going on here? Did I miss something? Dude, it moved up again. Okay. Huh. Or the new driver. That's possible. EVGA Z? What's that? Do you mean the Z490? The dark? Oh, the XE3. 3090 or 3080? Weird. You know what it might be? It might be the new driver, actually. You know why I think it's the new driver? Because I can't move this down below 2 gigahertz. Hang on a second. That's... So, you know what we can do here instead? Okay, I got an idea. This is kind of wasting time now, but I got an idea. I want to get this to work. So this one's 1905, 1905, 1890, 1875. Okay, I got an idea. It might be the new driver doing it. So I'm only going to move these ones to make sure they're below 1905. That's all we have to do. 1920, 1920, 1905. So we can leave these ones because they're lower. Okay. Now, okay. I got this. Okay, I got this. 1950. 1905. This one was 1905. Okay, if this doesn't work, then forget it. We're done with this. Okay, this one was 1995. This one was 1875. This one was 1860. Okay. Okay, this should work. 1905. Okay. 1 volt. Okay, this should work. Okay. We'll try this again here. That was really weird. That's some rigmarole shit. Hang on a second, let me scroll up. Sweetie, are you still in the chat? That's the one I have, dude. It's a good card. It's totally fine. It actually overclocks really well, and it never crashed on me, not once. The Strix. Well, if the Strix is binned better, it might clock better, but mine does do 2.1 gigahertz in gaming, 1080p gaming, so I guarantee that with a water block and liquid metal, at least 2150, 2175 I can get with this thing. I emailed Optimus to get an early sample of the For the Win 3 water block. They haven't responded, but maybe. I hope I can be one of the first ones with a For the Win 3 water block. That's my goal. And you know what? Like I was saying in the Discord, phone calls go a long way. If you're just like, if you just go on the phone and you're just like, hey, would you mind doing this? Just hearing someone's voice for some reason is a lot harder to say no than sorry, we can't do that for you on like a type, you know what I mean? So yeah, I was saying, thanks for the follow, Juvenile. I was saying, so the Strix will be able to benchmark higher because of the higher power limit, but it won't be any better than this one in gaming because this one doesn't hit 400 watts in gaming. Like maybe in the future if there are game engines that can take advantage of ampere a bit better, maybe, but I haven't seen any games take 400 watts out of this thing yet, except the Tomb Raider benchmark, but that doesn't count. So the Strix and this one should be the same, and anything with over 450 watts should be the same in gaming, I'll say. Or like almost to the point where it's 1 FPS difference. Because at that point your clock speed limited, not power limited. But the Strix will bench higher. Or just shut mod it, whatever. Yeah, I got a pre-order on a Strix as well. I'm number 2 in line for my Strix, so I'm pretty much gonna get it when they come out, I hope. And I have EK water block on order for the Strix, and I'm in front of the line for that too. I literally just asked the guy, I'm like, hey, I have a YouTube channel, can you put me in front of the line? He's like, sure, why not? I'm like, fuck yeah, buddy. Like, just ask and ye shall receive. Just ask. Who cares? The worst they can say no is just no, but just ask. Just ask your ass off. What do we got here? Okay. Last one that we're gonna do. 1090. Okay. So that made barely any difference. Okay, so we're gonna do 1905, megahertz, limit TSE of 10926. So yeah, whatever. It's we're not even gonna bother with 1 volt. Need to shunt mod to get more. I'm gonna do 1 Port Royal like this, and then we should be fine. 100 Port Royal. Here we go. Okay. And 1.1 volt. We'll move this up to. Oh, wait a second. So I already know that my card at 1.1 volt does 2100. Let's move this, move this. Good enough. Good enough for a benchmark. Quick Port Royal. Port Royal. The normal or the ultra? This card is the normal one. I was gonna pay an extra $70 for the Win 3 Ultra. Hell no, man. It's the same shit. Never, always buy the cheapest model that you can that has the features that you want. That's my motto. Always. Oh, dude. Half the stuff I talk about is human interaction and how to get what you want. That's literally what I'm all about. And slapping whiners in the face. 1500 in New Zealand for a 3080? Is that I'd have to check the conversion rate on that. There's no, yeah, that's weird. I got 400 more out of mine tonight. You mean score? Oh, sup, Cairo. With an undervolt? Just shunt mod it, dude. You have to get lucky, dude. You have to get really lucky to pre-order. I still have my back order. I still have my back order from launch day. I canceled the OCUK one, but I still have the one at my local shop. That they were taking back orders before Nvidia told them not to. So they were taking back orders from like September 10th. So that's when I have my back order for that one. So I got one in there. Gonna slid into that DM. What is that in US converted? That can't be 1-to-1. There's no way. And then for the 3080 or the 3090 Strix pre-order that I got, I literally Googled 3090 Strix pre-order and I found this one link for this random ass computer store that's like 2 cities over from me. And then I call them like, are you taking the pre-orders? They're like, yup, we should have them like the same time as everybody else. I'm like, can I get my my name on there? They're like, yeah, you're number 2. I'm like, fuck yeah. Like, I literally just Googled it, dude. Who cares? It doesn't have to be from Newegg or from Asus themselves. It can be like the shittiest mon paw shop that you can find, and you get it, right? Dude, I know, mind blown. 100%, dude. That's how I get all my shit. It's like I do the most backwards shit to get and I always get it that way too. I always get it. And then they don't know they're not supposed to take pre-orders because they're a small shop, right? And then it's 100% luck, dude. But I put myself in situations to make myself lucky. Like it drives my wife crazy, dude. Cause she's like, nothing bad ever happens to you and you always get what you want. I'm like, yep, pretty much. Yep. Because I'm smart about it. I'll save this score for JC, I think it was. 13,529. And like my wife, on the other hand, she literally touches anything and everything goes wrong. But like her computer will break and I'll like press the power button and it works fine. Like, it's just like the craziest shit, dude. I don't know. What is this? Port Royal. Okay, let's do some game scaling here quickly before we call this. Yeah, it's like, how many people do you know would have Googled 3090 Strix pre-order, but also included their area, like their city, right? Nobody. I bet you could find one right now if you did that shit. Find a phone number of some random ass shop, call them up, and just ask. Nobody does that shit, dude. Nobody. I guarantee it. Even for the like, nobody does that shit. Even for the EK water block, I was like, when are these gonna be available? He's like this. I'm like, can you just move me up to the front of the line because I want to get a review in? He's like, sure. I'm like, so much for having a queue line system, right? Like, just ask, dude. There's a guy I like to watch called Devin Nash. He's a Twitch streamer as well. He's like my favorite Twitch streamer. He's more about the market and like streamers getting brand deals and stuff. What are we gonna test here? Let's do Warzone quickly. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so he does brand deals and stuff, and then he was saying how when he went to like PAX Northwest and like all those other places, he didn't even, he has a video out there somewhere where he didn't even have his press badge on. He like put it in his pocket and he just walks through the press gate, and then he's like, the guard was like, hey man, are you supposed to be here? He's like, yeah, it's fine. And the guard's like, oh yeah, okay, yeah. Like, if you just say it's fine or you just ask, everything gets given to you, man. Nobody on this earth gets paid enough money to fuck with you. Nobody. Like, everyone's like the guy's making $10 an hour on the phone. You think he gives a shit? You're like, okay, the only situation that's false is a fucking McDonald's drive-thru when you ask for an extra dipping sauce. That employee will baseball bat your fucking car to not give you the fucking dipping sauce, dude. It's insane. Dude, you're making $4 an hour. Give me the dipping sauce. It's anyway. Regular humans that aren't McDonald's drive-thru workers, they'll just give you what you want. Hang on here. Why isn't my refresh rate at 1080p? It doesn't matter. Hang on a second. Let's do this. 100. I know you laugh, but it's legit, dude. It's so legit. It's so frustrating. Christ almighty. And I remember back in like when music festivals were a thing and I used to go a lot, I would just walk through a gate all the time, dude. Nobody stops you. If you're ever at like if conventions ever become a thing again, just walk through, no one stops you. And then if they do stop you, they're just like, you can't go there. And it's like, oh yeah, sorry, I didn't know I couldn't go there. Like, nothing bad ever happens. I always try and tell my wife that too. Like, she was raised in an Asian family, so she's really not conservative, but she is always afraid to express herself to people, so she always kind of chooses not to speak up to avoid the conflict, right? Most humans are like that. And then I always tell her, I'm like, babe, just express yourself. Nothing bad ever happens. Nothing. Okay, let's do this here. So we're at 1080p max settings right now. I'm gonna have to actually close Afterburner because, but oh, it crashed. 2130 was a little too aggressive. I think I can go like 2105 megahertz. Let's try this out. 2105. Wait. 2105. That should be able to lock it. I'm gonna do this quick example. Okay. The problem with having Afterburner open so you guys can see the overlay is the game always crashes every time you change a setting. That's the problem. This game is the worst for that. Maybe try a different game. Wolfenstein? What can we try here? If what was caps related, what do you mean? But yeah, I always tell my wife that shit, dude. Just express yourself. Nothing bad ever happens. And then if something bad does happen, revert to the emoji. That's it. Oh, we could do Eternal. But I feel like that would scale too well. Yeah, that would... Yeah, I kind of wasn't sure if you were serious or not. Okay, well this should work here. Okay, now we're at 2025. Okay, why did it go down? Please don't crash. It crashed. We're okay, let's do a different game. This is a waste of time. What do I have installed here? Just something that I can go into the menu. Overwatch, that won't work. Control, would that work? We could do some ray tracing. Oh, Fortnite, perfect. Okay, that's exactly what we want. Fortnite will not crash it. Good old Fortnite. Update available. Ah, of course there is. How big is the update? Control updating. World War Z would be a good one to test. That game scales like crazy. I don't have it installed right now though. Oh, that's too bad. I might add that to the 4K benchmark. This game was awesome. I love this game. How long is the update here? Oh, that's gonna take too long. Damn it. I didn't expect to use Fortnite today, that's why I forget it. Okay, what else can we try here? What else do I have installed? Overwatch. Wolfenstein, I guess. Yeah, dude, I kept going. The hardest difficulties in that game were impossible. I just gave up. What's this? Control Fortnite. We could do Control. I think Control does have a windowed mode. Let's do Control. There. And when you always get whatever you want all the time, it pisses off a lot of people. And I just put in the extra 1% effort that nobody else does, man. That's literally it. Okay, this is already 4K'ing it up. I think. Control was an awesome game. If you guys have never played it before, it is sick. It is a sick game. I really enjoyed it. I might go back and play Quantum Break just because I really enjoyed it. Even without the ray tracing, the game itself is really fun. Really engaging. I played with 2080 Ti with DLSS. It was fine. Okay, hang on a second. Display. Let's do borderless. So I can show you guys Afterburner. Okay. DLSS off. Is RT on? I want RT off. We'll turn RT on after. Do I have to apply? Resolution. I can't do 4K. Can I do 4K? No. Ah. That sucks. Okay, we'll do 1080p then for now. Whatever. I have a 4K monitor, but I don't want to swap the inputs. Ah, you know what? You know what we'll do? Hang on. Bear with me. Bear with me. No, it doesn't. You can see right here. It downclocks itself in 2D mode. There's a 2D mode and a 3D mode, right? the voltage lock only engages. All right, this is did I clone source 2? Where's my 280 hertz at? What the hell is this shit? All right, whatever. Doesn't matter. Anyway, I'll figure that out later. What was I gonna do here? Oh yeah, let's turn on DSR. That way we can actually run 4K. DSR 4 times native resolution. Okay. That way we can just select 4K in the game. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I don't like using this though because there's a little bit of overhead in DSR. So the numbers that you see are actually like 2 to 3% lower than what they would be if it was native 4K. It's almost like an anti-aliasing toggle. That's why it's not like if you ever do benchmarks for a website, you can't use DSR. It's not native. There's a little bit of a hit. But if we're just doing scaling comparisons, it should be okay. Okay, we'll do 1080p first. I'll lock it at 1.1, 2.1 gigahertz, and then we'll look at the power draws of each of the resolutions. Come on, you got this. This will actually work really well. Okay. Options. We'll do 1080p first, borderless. No DLSS, no ray tracing. Okay, so let's continue game, whatever. I should have my save file already finished the game. Yeah. Okay, so let's... Whoa, it's drawing 430 watts? Oh, this game is heavy. Okay, hang on a second. Let's do... Okay, well, let's see what it does out of the box as 0. 0. So 1935 megahertz, 1.075 volts. It's hitting. It's almost at 450 watts. So the Strix would be better for this game then. There are just some game engines that will just utilize that shit to the full capacity. So we got 180 FPS right now, 1900 megahertz. Let's go to 2 gigahertz, 180 FPS. Let's see how much FPS we get for this. Hang on, let's go 1075. That shouldn't hit it. 2 gigahertz. Okay. Resume. So we only got 3. Oh, it didn't actually lock. Why did I not hit the check mark? Eh? Yeah, I did. What the hell? What's going on here? 1075, 2 gigahertz. Okay. Hitting the power limit? It's hitting the power limit. I think 1.05 volt is the max that we can go on this game. Interesting. Wow. That's unfortunate. Okay. Let's turn down some textures here. Let's try 1050. 2 gigahertz. 2 gigahertz. Oh god, I fucked it up. It's still hitting the power limit. That's insane. Let's lower this shit. We're going low. We're going 1080p low, boys. Low everything. Give me that. Give me those CSGO 720p numbers. Turn all this shit off. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that low though. Okay, apply. No, I believe the beta version of Afterburner is now the release version. Okay, so now this is drawing no power. This will be okay. Let's start over. I know I keep saying that, but... Okay, Afterburner. We're gonna go from 1900 megahertz. Let's go 1800. Hang on a second. Let's go 1.1 volt right off the bat, just so I don't have to dick around. 1.1 volt. 1800 megahertz. Okay, check. 240 FPS. Is that capped? Why would it be capped at 240? Alright, we'll go medium settings. Jesus. Okay. Alright, this is better. Let's go. Ah, fuck. I really wish Warzone worked. This would be much easier to show. Okay, nope. Alright. We're the shit show. Okay, we can't use control. Alright, let's use ray tracing and DLSS then while we're here. Okay. DLSS. Max settings. At least I can show how you can get around with undervolting for control. Textures, ultra, render resolution. I guess that's the highest one. Yep. 1080p. Full ray tracing. 152 FPS and no power draw. So that's the thing about RT, and the same reason why Port Royal doesn't actually hit the GPU wattage as hard as all the other ones do, because this is at 1.1 volt locked as well, 1800. So you can see up here in the top left of the screen, 1.1 volt, 1800 megahertz, drawing 370 watts. Ray tracing, the RT cores delay, and the DLSS, the tensor cores, they delay and make the rasterization cores wait. That's why it draws so much less power, right? So we got 151, 152. We'll say 151 FPS. Okay, let's go up 100 megahertz. So we're going to 1900 now. Where's my afterburner? 1900. Resume. So we got 5 FPS from that. 4 or 5. That was pretty good. Not much more power draw. That's worth it. So 1800s, 1900s, definitely worth it. That scales magically. That was actually really good. Let's go to 2000. See what happens here. $2,000. 225. Check. Check. No, not 2015. 2005, please. Thank you. Oh, 2010. Okay. Resume. Four FPS? 3? So definitely less. 3 FPS. So we got 6 FPS the first time, 3 FPS the second time. That sucks. I wonder why it doesn't scale past like 1950 megahertz. Let's try 2.1. Fuck it. Let's try 2.1. See what happens. It might be memory bandwidth bottleneck. That can't be right. I'm at a terabyte a second right now. Okay, let's try 2.1 gigahertz, 3090. Control. Resume. It might also be hitting... Yeah, another 2. This might be a ray tracing DLSS problem though. The more FPS, the higher the FPS you go with DLSS, the less of an impact it has. Because the cores are waiting. Oh, whatever. That scared me for a second. So, With control and DLSS, I guess up to 2000 megahertz. Yeah. But it does still scale up to 2.1. Let's try... Now let's do 4K. You'll see a much larger difference, actually, because the FPS is going to be so much lower. Let's go back to 1800. And then we'll call it a day after this. This is long enough for the YouTube video. Oh yeah, this is almost 2 hours. Thanks for watching this long, though, guys. Holy shit. 1800. Let's do 4K. Oh, can't do it. Wait. Nope. I guess DSR doesn't work. Yeah, I guess DSR doesn't work for this. That's too bad. Let's try restarting the game. DSR should work. Did I apply? Yeah, I did. Okay. Let's try one more time. Yeah, the lower the FPS with DLSS and RT, the more impact it has. That's how it works. That's probably what we saw there with the scaling of why more megahertz wasn't increasing at the same rate, right? Let's do this quickly. Oh, come on. We can do Warzone, but then I have to close Afterburner. Options. Come on, DSR. No. The game's too smart. Unfortunately. I do have an idea. Oh god, what have I done? Windowed mode. I'll try and move it up to, holy crap. I'll try and move it up to my 4K screen. Then, so now it's at 4K. Let me try setting 4K. And I'll try moving it back down. Okay. Borderless. Render resolution, 4K. I'm gonna move this down. Display resolution, 1080p. Come on, keep the settings. Keep the settings. Oh yeah, baby. Okay, don't change. Oh yeah. All right. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the game. It is? Well, you know what? Let's just call it there then. I just won't talk. I'm just gonna finish this up and then we'll just call it here. There's no point restarting the stream now. I'll have to figure out the OBS problem later. I just want to do a quick 4K scaling. Okay, holy shit. Okay, this is 4K control 3090. Seems like max voltage. Look at that megahertz drop. Holy shit. If you guys can still hear me, is good enough for the purposes of this. Stock, resume. It's fine now? Oh no, it's not. Whatever. Sup, sis? That's my sister. I'm almost done, sis. I'm just testing some stuff out. So, out of the box, control Yeah, this has literally never happened before. I don't know what the hell's going on with OBS all of a sudden. Out of the box, it seems like this game is capping it out at 1 volt, a little bit under 1 volt, 450 watts, 4K, 43 FPS, 1830 megahertz. Okay. Let's refer back to our chart here. 1890, 1905. So we can do this. We can actually lock this. So we're getting 44 FPS. Let's try 950. Let's try, you know what, 975. Let's go to like 1950. 1955. That didn't do shit. I know, I'm calling it quits. OBS messed up. 950. I want to just get this done for the YouTube video, and then we're going to call it. 950. Wow, I got 1 FPS. Okay, so if you're using, I guess the moral of the story is if you're using DLSS and ray tracing, just let it do whatever the hell it wants. It's not bottlenecked by the clock speeds at all. It's bottlenecked by the RT cores. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna call it here because this is messed up. This sucks. Yeah, this sucks. Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining, guys. Another one on Saturday. I'll see you guys then. I'll post this up on YouTube. Yeah, we've been streaming for 2 hours. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's wrong with OBS. I'll figure it out next time. Thanks for joining me. Talk to you later. Yeah, see you Saturday.